If you've just started taking care of your own lawn, going to Lowe's or Home Depot and walking through the garden section can be a pretty confusing and intimidating time because you're seeing a million different products that claim to do a million different things. So in today's video, I'm gonna break down how to choose the right fertilizer for your lawn. What's up guys, I'm Rhett. Welcome back to Lawn Insider. So I think the story is a familiar one for a lot of us, to where one way or another we've now taken ownership of a lawn. Whether you're a first-time home buyer like my wife and I, or maybe you've been living someplace for a while but you've had a lawn care company come out and you weren't getting the results you were expecting or hoping for, or maybe you're just trying to save some money on the bottom line and do it DIY. But there's a lot of different ways you can get to this stage, but we start out with a lot more questions than we do answers. Which is really why the goal of this video is to help you build some confidence in your decision making early on and take some of that mystery out of choosing the right products for your lawns. The first thing that I wanted to do is identify the 4 main types of fertilizer products that you'll probably run into if you walk into the store. And number 1, this is the one that you'll see most frequently. These are going to be your synthetic granular fertilizers. And then number 2 is going to be your organic granular fertilizers. That's going to be a product like a Milorganite, for instance. Number 3 would be your granular weed and feed products. And number 4 would be your liquid fertilizer products. Since I'm never actually going to recommend a weed and feed product for y'all, we're going to go ahead and eliminate those from contention right off the bat. We're really going to focus mainly on synthetic granulars and organic granulars, but we will touch briefly on liquid fertilizers towards the end of the video. Before buying any products, you are going to need some equipment to actually help you make these applications. And if you're going the granular route, you're going to need a broadcast spreader. I actually have 2, the Earthway and the Stay Green. I actually use the Stay Green more because the Earthway really slings it, and I have a smaller yard, so I don't like wasting product. And if you're using a liquid product, you're going to need some sort of sprayer. This is a 4-gallon backpack sprayer. Another thing that you should have really before browsing for any fertilizers is at least a rough estimate of about how big your yard is. So for instance, mine's about 4,000 square feet. So when I'm looking at these product labels, I'm always able to take that into account. I'll leave a link to a website where you can go and find the square footage of your lawn in the description box below the video. So now let's go ahead and look at a few different bags of fertilizer. These are the 3 fertilizers I had on display today. I had all 3 of these in my garage already. This one here is Scott's Turf Builder Southern Lawn Food. This is a good example of a fertilizer that you will find on a lot of Lowe's and Home Depot store shelves. The middle one here is Green Tracks Fertilizer. I picked this one up at Ewing Irrigation in San Marcos, is my nearest one. And then this one is Yard Mastery Flagship, and you would have to pick this one up at yardmastery.com. We're going to spend most of our time looking at this Scott's bag here because I know this is the one that you are most likely going to see on your shelves. And I do apologize for any shadows, but we have the sun directly overhead right now. First thing we're going to look at is down here in the bottom right part of this bag, and this is called your bag analysis. And this is the N, P, and K percentages, and this is telling you what percentage of the bag is nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. So in this case, this bag's 32% nitrogen, 0% phosphorus, and 10% potassium. The next thing I want to look at is how much square footage it says this bag will cover. 15,000 square feet, so I can do a little quick math in my head. This is where knowing how big your yard is will come in handy. So I know that I can get almost 4 full applications out of this bag. And then the last thing that I'm going to look at is just the bag weight, which is 42.18 pounds. As far as organic fertilizers go, and I actually don't have a bag to show you right now, but I'll try to slap something on the screen. They're going to display that same information I just showed you, but they're also going to tout themselves as organic on the bag itself. And really the only difference between the two, or the main difference between the two, is when you can actually apply them. So with organic fertilizers, it already has to be hot outside because you need raised soil temps, because you have to have microbial activity going. It's got to be able to break down that fertilizer so it can actually feed the soil. So really the main difference in synthetic and organic is going to be when you can apply them. So synthetic fertilizers are going to have a broader range throughout the year than organics. So if you are apprehensive about using something called a synthetic fertilizer on your lawn, just know that if you're choosing to go the organic route, you just have to wait a little bit further into the season before you make your first application. And if you do it too early, you're really just wasting product. Now I'm going to flip that Scott's bag over and we're going to take a quick look at the back of the bag. So on the back of the bag, you're gonna see the spreader settings right here. Naturally, it's giving you the spreader settings for a Scott's spreader. You can see the Scott's broadcast rotary spreader is a 3.5, and the Scott's drop spreader, they recommend a 6. And then over here, they tell you the 4 times throughout the year when they recommend making your applications. So I was actually just editing inside and I realized that I left out a pretty critical part of information that's also given on the bag, and that's gonna be the company's suggested application rate for that fertilizer, and that's usually gonna be given in pounds of product per 1,000 square feet of lawn. Another thing that a lot of these bags will say on them is that they are slow release fertilizers, and what that means is that the granules in there are polymer coated, so they're gonna take longer to break down because they have that protective coating, and they're not gonna become available to your soil until they are broken down. Another important thing when it comes to picking out the right fertilizer, in my opinion, is gonna be price. And specifically, I'm talking about the price per pound of nitrogen, because ultimately that's the primary thing that you're paying for when you're buying these fertilizers. And I actually built a calculator on my website where you can compare the prices. And all you have to do is put in the price of the bag that you're looking at, the total weight of the bag you're looking at, and then the analysis, the NPK analysis that we just discussed earlier. And then it's going to tell you the price per pound of nitrogen for that bag. So for that bag of Scott's, for instance, the price per pound of nitrogen is $4.70. So it wouldn't hurt to browse the aisle, punch in a few of these bags, and see which one's giving you the best deal. So really the main things that I'm looking for as a beginner walking through the aisles of Home Depot or Lowe's is, number one, is the bag touting itself as a weed and feed product? If it is, I'm gonna go ahead and steer clear, keep walking. Number two, is the bag touting itself as an organic fertilizer? If it is, I just have to know in my head that I'm gonna have to wait a little bit later into the season once it warms up before I can use this product for it actually to be effective. And then the third and fourth things that I'm looking at is just gonna be the price and the coverage offered by the product. And again, that's where knowing how big your yard is really gonna come in handy, because you're gonna have a very good idea of how many applications you can put out using that product. So if you do eventually decide to use liquid products on your lawn as well, their labels are gonna be very similar to the bags of fertilizer. They're gonna have the analysis, 1801 in this case. It's gonna give you the total weight. So it says 1 gallon equals 10.5 pounds. So you could actually use that calculator I just showed you on liquid products as well. And it's going to give you the mixing instructions. I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up right here. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave it a like. If you're enjoying the content and you wanna continue to see more of it, hit that black subscribe button below the video. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave those in the comment section below. I'll see y'all again soon. Lawn Insider, out.